Hey everyone. So by now you've probably seen, or at least seen a little bit of, the Green Dress Karen series of videos that I featured in last week's Public Freakouts Unleashed episode. And like me and literally millions of others, you were probably left wondering what actually happened here to cause all of this chaos and vitriol. This is one of the most exciting videos we've seen all year. Thousands of comments were begging for a story time, but the account that posted this footage, and I was already familiar with them, an account called Ghetto Garage Builds, that actually has just been kind of posting freakouts that they find from all over the place. They have deleted all their videos and just have these now. But they never actually offered any real information or tea on this situation. Was she really the bad guy? I mean, she said some things that make her the bad guy just objectively, but was she the bad guy in this situation? Why were these people so mad at her? What was this whole meeting at the town hall all about? Well, I went down a rabbit hole yesterday trying to figure out what was going on here, and I'm pleased to tell you today that I have all of the tea on this situation. We know who this woman is and where this happened, we know what the fight was actually all about, and even what became of it. I'll start first by taking you to the site of the incident, the community conference room at the town hall building in Greece, New York, a small unincorporated community of Monroe County, where most viewers might more readily recognize Rochester, New York. The date is July 2nd, 2024, and a Board of Zoning Appeals meeting is just getting underway to review some short-term rental permits on 4 different beachfront properties bordering the coastline of Lake Ontario, all owned by the same small LLC called L&J Properties. The owner and representative of this LLC is our key person of interest here, our Green Dress Karen. At this meeting, she's facing down members of the Greece Neighborhood Association Group, a small organization of older homeowners who own the properties in the same area as our story's Karen, and who have big problems with her and her rentals, which we'll dive into in just a minute. But first, these are the crazy viral videos that were posted just a week ago. In the first video, chronologically speaking, we can see Green Dress Karen sitting in front of the person recording, and the only thing that can be made out is when she turns around and says, and then it sort of just films the back of her head until this part at the end, where she starts getting snappy.
Excuse me, Mary, didn't you rent for me from several years?
My name's not Mary.
What is your name?
It's not Mary.
I'll know everybody's name. See you in 30 days. They're my houses.
The next video, the first in the really crazy series, picks up afterward in the parking lot outside the City Hall building, and the people she's in a confrontation with are the same people who were fighting against her getting these permits during this and several previous meetings.
Burn them down.
What'd you say? Burn them down first?
Yeah, I did.
Burn them down.
You're gonna die, and I'm gonna buy your house too.
Really?
Absolutely. We're gonna outlive you. No problem. Me and my kids. I'll buy your house, your house, your house, and every other house down there. And I'll rename the street. You can video me, you old hag. What do you want? What are you staring at?
Not much.
Go back to your measly life.
Oh, here we go.
Go on. Go put your hat on and your black suit and get the out of my face.
Because why?
You want to eat the camera? You hide behind your husband?
No.
Put your camera right in my face.
Go ahead.
Anything else?
No.
I thought you were leaving.
So are you.
If you,
By the way, the courthouse is right over there next time you want to not
Right.
show up.
Right.
keep your
Right.
court date.
I'll be there. I'll be there. You don't intimidate me.
You don't intimidate me.
They needed to be walked out because of you f***ing jokers.
They didn't have to be walked out.
They didn't have to be walked
Oh,
out.
absolutely they did. I'm not intimidated by any one of you. You're all drop dead before I
Lady,
will.
this is not about you. You're a loser, lady.
Really?
It's never been about
I'm
you.
the loser?
Yes.
I own 4 houses. houses. I have
Great
several
deal.
businesses.
Your mommy gave
What's
you.
it make you, huh?
It
Slumlord.
makes
Does it
me
make you-
a lot better than you, old man.
You're a loser, lady.
Yeah, I'm
You're
a loser.
Yes, you lost tonight.
That doesn't make me a loser.
You're a
I'm a
loser.
winner in life.
You're a
we'll
loser.
See.
Lady, I can buy and sell you.
I doubt it.
I know.
Oh, really? You
I know, yes.
Really?
Look me up, lady.
Really?
Yes.
I don't need
Get
to
out of
look you
here.
up. You get
I can
outta
look
here.
you up.
You get
Because
outta
you know
here.
what this is your name?
You get outta
L.
here.
Loser.
Grow up,
Loser.
loser! Grow up, old man. Go get your AARP card.
Oh, you have one too,
You
don't
have
you?
one too.
Really?
Yeah, I could tell by the face work.
You want to insult my appearance with your f***ing fake teeth?
Yeah?
Yeah. Busted up grill?
Rotten teeth.
Are you
Are
kidding?
you
Are we
sick?
back in
Yeah,
high
look at
school?
you. You're like,
What?
I'm not intimidated by you. I'm a what? I'm a loser? What are you, a winner?
Yes, I am.
You're a winner
I'm a
in
winner.
life?
Yeah, I believe in God. You
Yeah,
don't?
me too.
Yeah, that means nothing.
Please.
Go
You
to
have
hell,
no
lady.
idea.
Yeah,
You go to
I
hell.
know. I
Rot in
hear
hell.
how you talk to
Burn
people.
in hell. I hear how you're talking to
Okay,
me.
okay.
Let's break it up. This isn't
I'm done.
Good. Stop insulting my appearance.
Well, you're calling him an old man.
Excuse me. I didn't walk into it.
There you
Were
go.
you on a
Not
belly
touching
bump?
Not touching. I don't need
You
a
think
belly
I'm
bump.
intimidated by you?
Nope.
Not at all.
Mike,
I know you're not.
Guys, we're not solving
And I don't
anything.
expect you to be.
We're not.
Back
Let's just.
No, I'm not backing up anywhere.
Back up.
Mike, come
backing
on,
up anywhere.
Back up.
No.
Back the
No, and we don't need to get profane.
Yeah, we do, because
Why?
you got your
Why?
face in mine. And
Oh,
I'm
no,
not
no.
intimidated by any of you.
I'm not leaning forward. I'm not doing anything.
You came over here and your arm in my face. Knock it off.
Because you got in
Grow
my
up.
wife's space.
Grow up.
And I'm not going to
Grow
let you
up.
do it. Okay?
Grow up.
I'm not
Grow
going
up.
to let you. Okay.
Grow up. Grow up, old man.
Yeah. There you go.
Be
No,
the grandpa that you are.
you
Back
intimidating.
Up. Back up.
That's
You,
an honor.
he's
honey.
talking
Back
about
up.
your facial features, and you talk about me being old.
Yeah, back up.
So what?
Back up, grandpa.
It's okay for
Be a
you
good
to
man.
intimidate.
Be a man. Back up.
Be a man.
I'm a lady. Back up. Be a man.
You're a lady.
Be a man.
Oh, she's a lady. Let's
Be a man.
Dictionary.
Be a man. You don't know how.
No, I don't.
You guys, this isn't productive. It went your way
Once you
tonight.
get whatever. Not into me, a woman.
Oh, in case you were wondering, this is her sister, by the way, who's sheepishly, sort of, kind of trying to de-escalate this the whole time.
Oh, you know how to
Mike, come on. You gotta go.
Come on.
I'm backing up.
okay, we're done.
We're done. Don't give her the
You're like a grown-ass man.
Your daughter?
Okay, keep going. Keep going. Come on.
Come on.
Stir it up.
Good luck.
Okay, so thanks to a TikTok lawyer named Hannah Wood, I was able to find the minutes for this board meeting, and from there I was able to sort of go down the rabbit hole. So I'm going to give you as complete a backstory here as possible, all of the tea from start to finish. So there are 4 beachside properties that need permits here, right? And the company that holds these 4 permits is called L&J Properties. And the person who owns L&J Properties, according to her own LinkedIn profile, is one Tracy Adolph. And at first I was a little confused because this person doesn't look like this person, but they are in fact the same person. And Tracy actually is a bit of a big shot, I have to admit, because on top of owning these 4 beachside New York properties, she also owns and presides over a trucking company called Samson Trucking, and has even done her fair share of publicity in the past. I found these videos. And a little Easter egg here, but when that one guy in the video said, yeah, your mommy gave you everything, or whatever he said, there's actually some truth to that, Raz, because the Samson About pages gushing bio of Tracy that she hopefully did not write herself says that the company was actually built by Tracy's mom and then given to Tracy later in life. And by the way, I'm not saying that Tracy deserves to get canceled for any of this. I'm not really looking for anyone to go post bad reviews or blow up the company social media or anything like that. I don't really think she did anything that bad compared to many of our other subjects. I'm actually just trying to give you a portrait of the power dynamic between these groups, an understanding of who this lady is in her community. So she owns this successful trucking company, and she owns this LLC with the 4 vacation houses, all situated along the Lake Ontario beachfront, and the meeting minute says that these properties are 610, 820, 828, and 888 Edgemere Drive. And since they're short-term rentals, they require a permit from the city, like a special short-term rental permit from the city to operate, which she's had, to be clear, but they were all set to expire on March 1st of this year. Now, last year, the city made, like many cities right now, they made some changes. They implemented some stricter guidelines for the short-term rental property owners, specifically that rental property renewals needed to be submitted at least 30 days prior to the expiration date of the permit, which would have made Tracy's renewal submission deadline January 31st. And here's where things get a little tricky. On the 29th of January, so 2 days before the city's newly imposed due date on her applications for these properties, someone from L&J Properties reached out to the city to ask if the payment could be made online or if coming in person to town hall was actually necessary. And the reply she got was, "Please stop by town hall at your convenience." And then they continued communicating, apparently, for several days afterward about this renewal and making these payments. Now, initially, when the January 31st due date passed, the city informed Tracy that her renewal application for her properties had been revoked because she was late. She challenged that revocation, of course, and perhaps she would have been granted an exception without issue. Only another group, the aforementioned group of locals who own houses, which are in the same neighborhood as her rentals, GNAW, they hired a law firm and essentially went to war against Tracy, showing up to a meeting in May over this issue to present a case that her renewal should stay revoked. And you're probably thinking, okay, but why is there a whole neighborhood group of homeowners that are this pressed about her rental properties? What did Tracy ever do to these people to get them to take things this far, to all show up to these meetings to stop her from being able to rent out her properties on Airbnb and Vrbo? Well, according to the minutes here, the complaints, quote, centered around the behavior of the short-term renters. The neighbors, quote, cited parking problems, noise complaints, drunk and disorderly behavior, problems with trash, crass behavior, and the trespassing of short-term renters and their guests. So essentially, Tracy owns this pocket of houses here, it sounds like, and she rents them out to people who are absolute nightmares and make life a living hell for the people who actually own those properties around it and live there. Screaming, throwing trash everywhere, even trespassing on the homeowners' properties. Frankly, I'd want these permits revoked too if I lived there. Oh, and some additional context here. This is the third meeting on this that's happened this year, and they were staving off a final decision until this meeting, the meeting on July 2nd that this happened outside of. So this was the big decision on this whole months-long back and forth. And during this meeting, they did make a decision. After hearing arguments from NAW and reviewing the permit issue, they ultimately decided that because she had submitted the permit application late, and because of the arguments about the tenants that NAW had presented, the revocation of her permit was appropriate and new permits would not be issued. Meaning Tori Adolph lost her ability to rent out her properties as short-term rentals. And this is why she was so furious in the parking lot, why she was so ready for a fight. From where she's standing, and after self-admittedly investing over $75,000 in her properties here, her cash flow machine had been severely crippled, and her ability to pull in the kind of short-term rental money she was now used to has been denied for at least a year. A blow that will doubtlessly cost her thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars in missed opportunity. And in her mind, she blamed this group, NAW, not herself or her failure to control her guests or her inability to submit the paperwork on time. She blamed them. And because she blamed them, she took her anger out on them in the parking lot. Only she basically ended up embarrassing herself in pursuit of making these people look bad. And that ladies and gentlemen, is what happened to Tracy Adolph, the green dress Karen. I very much hope you enjoyed the show and the tea. Please like and subscribe and share and all that stuff that helps me out. Next up in the queue, next story, is the long overdue tale of Jeanne E. Moore, the urban legend of a Karen who has been spotted on not 2, not 3, but 4 separate videos recorded by different people who do not know each other, which might be a national record, actually. Anyway, stay tuned for that later this week, and I will see you later. Deuces.